Hello and welcome to Frontrunner Motorsport, and I'm back after a week off. You know, I have only really done the odd video on the British touring cars. I'm a huge fan and always have been, but they never seem to get many views. So do people not watch the BTCC anymore? I miss the halcyon days of the Super Touring era too, but the racing is still good and definitely worth watching, and we are going to talk about it today. So remember to subscribe, and with that, sit back, relax, and let's begin.
Welcome to Frontrunner Motorsport.
So, from the title of the video and probably the thumbnail too, you've probably guessed this video is about Gordon Shedden, who is returning to the British Touring Car Championship with Team Dynamics Honda for the first time since he left after 2017. This is a big deal for Team Dynamics. Gordon Shedden is one of the most successful drivers of the modern era, with 3 British Touring Car Championships and 48 wins. He is one of the bigger names you could have brought back. It's weird to think that Flash Gordon made his debut in the series 20 years ago, back in the production class days, in a Ford Focus in 2001. He only had 2 races, but still managed to lead the field home in just his second race. And no, I don't understand the production class rules either. It was just a bad attempt to return to the 1980s multiple class system that no one wanted. Gordon Shedden spent a few years in the Seat Cupra Championship before returning to the British Touring Cars in a Team Dynamics Honda Integra, taking 4 wins in his first real go at it and finishing the year in 4th place. He'd spent the majority of the next decade with Team Dynamics, except one weird year in 2009 when they replaced him with James Thompson and Gordon ended up driving old Seats for Cartridge World Carbon Zero Racing. He took his first championship in 2012 and followed by 2 more in 2015 and 2016, and after finishing 4th in 2017, his worst finish since 2009, he left British Touring Cars for adventures new, namely the World Touring Car Cup in an Audi for the Leopard team, but it wasn't great. For a driver clearly as talented as Gordon Shedden is, he struggled on the world stage despite taking a win in 2018 on the Wuhan street circuit. He'd only get one other podium all year, also at Wuhan, and finished 13th in the championship. 2019 somehow managed to be even worse, no podiums whatsoever, a best 7th in the 3rd race of the year and a hugely disappointing 26th in the championship. Then COVID hit and Shedden was left without work, doing a few races at Goodwood. Really, that was all he managed to get together last year. So, Flash Gordon returning to the championship is huge news. As I said, he is one of the best touring car drivers available at the moment, and the timing is good as Dan Camish has left the team, and it's all but certain that Matt Neal won't be racing for them in 2021. I thought Dan Camish was one of the rising stars of British motorsport. He could have been champion in 2019 if it wasn't for brake failure. In just 3 years, he has managed to score a decent 8 wins and finished 3rd in the championship in both 2019 and 2020. His is a difficult seat to fill, but if you're going to replace him, then a driver who has won 3 championships and 48 races for your team is a good bet. Matt Neal, on the other hand, is more difficult. At the moment, the seat hasn't been announced to be filled, but if Matt Neal was going to take it, surely he would be on the entry list already. As he isn't, I'm going to presume that he is stepping down after 30 years of racing in the British Touring Cars. Honestly, he has always been there. He debuted in 1991 in a BMW M3, and apart from a season shortened by injury whilst driving for Mazda in 1994, a half season in a Team Dynamics Ford Mondeo in 1996, and only entering a couple of races with Peugeot in 2001, he has been there for every race. How do you replace 3 championships, 6 independent championships, 63 wins, all accomplished in 719 starts? A mammoth figure in a single series of motorsport. I think the best replacement would be his son, Henry Neal. He has tested the British Touring Car spec Honda Civic, as well as winning the 2020 Touring Car Trophy, and with a teammate like Gordon Shedden to learn from on track as well as his dad off it, he has all the potential to come in at the top and start strong. It would also make him the first 3rd generation British Touring Car driver, as grandfather and Team Dynamics owner Steve Neal raced minis in the series back in the 60s. It's hard to say what even Honda will do. They back the team, and with them cutting Formula 1, it means their appearances in other series is also probably under threat. It looks to be an interesting pre-season for Team Dynamics and Honda, but I'm keeping tuned to see who fills that other free Honda seat. Away from Team Dynamics, there are a lot of interesting new wrinkles to the British Touring Car field in 2021. Jason Plato returns after 1 year off in a Paramaxed Vauxhall. I'm sure he'll be looking to get closer to his 100th win. He only needs another 3 and is also nearing his 600th start in the series. Stephen Jelley returns to West Surrey Racing for the first time since 2009. Tom Ingram has left Toyota just as they get works backing and will be racing for Hyundai. Look at them to get a first win for the marquee in 2021. Toyota Gazoo have signed Rory Butcher, which looks to be a good deal considering his progress in the last couple of years, alongside Sam Smelt, which I think is a bit more of a risk. He had one season in 2018 and didn't do anything. Team Hard have switched to brand new Cupras and signed an interesting trio in Jack Goff, Aaron Taylor and Glyn Geddy so far, but no Nicholas Hamilton. Jade Edward returns with BTC, Dan Lloyd is back to partner Plato at Vauxhall, and weirdest of all is Rick Parfitt Jr., son of Status Quo singer Rick Parfitt. He'll be racing for the Accelerate Trade Price Cars Hyundai team. I don't know how well he will do. I expect him to qualify well, but then drop down, deeper and down. And that is my poorly thought out Status Quo joke for the year. I make no promises, but there won't be others. All in all, it looks to be an exciting year in the British touring cars for 2021. It's a shame the year starts with the death of commentary legend Murray Walker. When I was growing up, he was the voice of motorsport, and when I think of old BTCC memories, the voice of Murray Walker is always prominent. He can make the dullest race sound so exciting, and he had a habit of making memorable moments even more spectacular.
But John Cleland is attacking Soper. He's up on 2 wheels. Soper holds his line. He's pushed right out to the right. He attacks again as they go to the right hander at Lovehill. And they both spin. They're both out. Soper and Cleland both out of the race.
He will be sorely missed. Thank you for watching. Please remember to subscribe. More content incoming. Leave a like, a comment and a share. And thank you for watching and have a good one.